Gemini Rising. On July 7th, 2025, Uranus entered your first house after its 8-year transit through Taurus, your 12th house. Uranus will station retrograde and re-enter Taurus for a brief stint on November 8th, 2025, but it will return back to Gemini once it turns direct and finishes its final degrees in Taurus on April 26, 2026. And it will stay in Gemini until 2033. So for you, Gemini rising, Uranus is the modern ruler of your ninth house, as Aquarius is on your ninth house cusp. The ninth house is the domain of higher knowledge and wisdom obtained through experience and culture, spiritual and religious beliefs, life philosophy, morals, ethics, mass communication, broadcasting, and distribution, as well as long distance travel, whether this be physical travel or mental travel or digital travel, hence dreams or astral travel or, the internet. So these themes coming from the ninth house will be expressed through your identity, how you interface with the world around you, your personality, your physical body, and health and overall essence. This makes Uranus's transit through your first house all about embodying your life philosophy, religion, spiritual beliefs, and higher knowledge. This will be a new beginning for you, your identity, and general path in life. So much so that it may surprise those who have known you for quite some time. This can cause conflict around you with your acquaintances and friends that you've typically surrounded yourself with and interacted with. So this conflict may arise due to you being more vocal about your beliefs during this time and not being afraid to stick up for those beliefs, even when it becomes uncomfortable. You may have controversial information that you share with others that they either literally disagree with, or the information you share is beyond their current level of understanding, or maybe they are simply not ready to accept the truth in the information that you're sharing, as it could be harsh and can shatter any elusive social constructs or information that they've been holding on to. This transit could also play out as you getting a tattoo of a religious, spiritual, or astrological symbol, or a tattoo that symbolizes something from a foreign culture. Or, maybe this is a less permanent experience. So maybe you get henna when you're on a trip to India, for example. Either way, whatever symbol that you may be adorning your body with can and may trigger people. So be sure to confidently represent this symbol if this is the case for you. But overall, during this transit, you will be a source of knowledge and wisdom that pertains to information and data, social constructs and connections, networks and groups, as well as the exchange of data and information on a global scale, or at least beyond your specific locale. Since you are Mercury ruled, you are one who is responsible for transferring this information and data, whether this be through communicative means, such as through speaking, writing, and language, or it could be through commercial endeavors, the selling of exchange of goods and services, or This could be through devices and technologies that help to transfer information or transport us physically or digitally from one location to another. So, this may be a time where you become an author, professor, public speaker, spiritual guru, global marketer, astrologer, flight attendant, or pilot, and much more. I find it particularly interesting that Urania, the asteroid representing astronomy and astrology, is in retrograde in Aquarius and is making a trine to Uranus, which is, now transiting your first house. So I will emphasize the likelihood of your identity shifting, being related somehow to astrology, astronomy, or some other divinatory disciplines. Also, during this time, you will help create and spark connections and relationships to and within a large and widespread network or system that expands beyond your local environment and into the global environment. This network or system will be of a new, innovative, and potentially radical or taboo nature, as Uranus will be making a trine to Pluto, the ruler of your 11th house, during this transit. You may also notice that during this time, your friends and social networks will be of a foreign nature, whether they are from a different culture, or maybe they could be from a different religion, or may practice a different spiritual approach. Or, maybe you become friends with professors or gurus in their respective disciplines. I think during this time you'll feel a flow between your life philosophy, your morals and ethics with your friends, social networks, groups, organizations, and in those social media platforms or any information sharing sites that you communicate on through the internet. So the individuals that either you're interacting with through these various avenues, or the people that are coming across the information that you share in these various locations, may be more inclined to interact with it or socialize with it. So there's going to be increasing chances of you either being supported, debated, or negated based on your points of view and your perspectives on that information that you're sharing and transferring. Physically, during this time, you may obtain higher knowledge and information about your physical body and health. So this may be a time where you begin to take better care of your body and health through spiritual means, such as a holistic healing approach or other alternative health and wellness routines and methods that you start to employ and incorporate into your daily life. And also during this time, you may also broaden your horizons, increasing your urge and opportunities for you to travel abroad and bring back the information learned through those experiences and sharing them with others through various communicative means. So even if you're not physically traveling abroad, again, there's a strong connection to the internet and social groups, communities, online for you. So if you're not traveling physically, um, this also applies to you as if you're traveling digitally through the various social media platforms and being able to be accessible and reachable from foreign lands. And lastly, with you being Mercury ruled, your natural inclinations to explore and delve into your curiosities will be heightened during this time, as you're going to be more curious about higher forms of knowledge and information, and you may even involve yourself with a long-going research projects or multiple research projects that keeps you entertained and intellectually stimulated. Now, we are just at the beginning of this transit, and Uranus is still at 0 degrees of Gemini right now. So, this being a longer transit, it is going to take some time to really obviously see the impact of this transit. But, there are still signs that are starting to show right now. They just might be harder to see and observe. It's harder to see things when we're in the thick of it. So as Uranus gets further into Uranus, you'll definitely be able to see those themes arising more obviously. But right now, even though we're still at the early degrees, it's still valuable and would be a great exercise for you to just think about some of the themes that are starting to show up for you. They could be a great big indicator of how this transit will go for you in the longer run. So I wish you luck during this transit, and let us know in the comments if you've begun to take notice of how Uranus is impacting you thus far. And I hope to see you back on the channel. Until next time.